Well, we're back, guys. We finished our hike. We're back home safe and sound. And we were hungry. We ate. And we took showers and got clean. But we thought the montage thing and everything were a little bit too short. So we're going to do a little new thing we're going to do on our channel. We're going to call it Teatime. Because she's a Brit. And I'm Mexican, so I have nothing to do with tea, but...
What does that have to do with this?
But yeah, so what we mean by tea time is what we're gonna do is just talk about past experiences of things we already did. For example, like today we're gonna talk about another camping experience that kind of almost killed us. How
did it kill us?
We almost ran into a truck, and your car kept breaking down.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part.
Okay.
Oh my god, I totally forgot about that. I found my car. Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Let's start from the beginning. We wanted to go camping with some friends, but we kind of do things last minute, so we were just texting our friends, hey, let's go camping, because I had the days off, she had days off, everything. And luckily we got some friends. We got, 5 friends or something? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, about 5 friends. And so we pick them up and we start heading on the highway to go to we go to Mount Charleston to go camping. So we go to In-N-Out, we get our food and everything, and I think we also stop at Chipotle, so she stops at Chipotle because she doesn't want to cook out in the camping because whatever. So we get Chipotle, we get our dinner.
That's how bears come.
And we start heading up, but because our car was so small, we fit me in the front because I always drive, Lana in the passenger seat, our 3 friends, and then we had no more room, so we had to fit one of our friends in the back, because she had a PT Cruiser, so it wasn't he was in the trunk, but it wasn't where he goes, I stuff him in the trunk and he can't see anything. He was in the trunk and he's had a window and everything, so he was okay. So we start driving up to this view and everything, to the camping site. So we start driving, everything's fine, everything's chill, but then I get behind this giant semi. And it
was a trailer house. What is it? The RV camper vans.
No, it was...
Because it's one road going this way and then one road going the opposite way.
So then what I did was, alright, let me get a sip real quick.
Ew, I hate you. No.
So then what we did, I was like, alright, okay, and the next part where I can pass them, I will. So I'm starting to pass them, I'm picking up speed, but there's another semi coming our way. And everyone's freaking out, and everyone's like, oh my god, and I was I'm staying calm, speed racer kind of thing in mode, and I was
and I think your friend in the back was asleep, wasn't he?
No, he just didn't know what was going on because he couldn't see what was in front of us.
Yeah.
So the funniest part, I'll get to it. So I go around and I'm going. So I super drive, and the semi-truck didn't want to slow down or anything either. So I'm speeding. And then luckily, I think the last couple 5 seconds or something, I turn in and we barely missed the semi that to come and hit us. And everyone in the back is dead silent, breathing heavily because they're so freaked out there.
Laugh flashed through your eyes.
Lana's doesn't even talk for a little bit because she's just comprehending what just happened. And the funniest part is when we actually pass and we start talking again, he was our friend in the back was just what happened? What are you guys talking about?
Yeah.
Just because he couldn't see anything. So we tell him what happened. He was what the heck? You could have killed us. And
but it already happened.
But I was hey, we lived, because that's why I always drive, because I'm the best driver in the whole, everywhere, no matter what. So then we start driving, but then something starts to happen to the car and starts slowing down, and I asked Lana,
because on my car, it was older, and it had a lot of mileage and stuff, and things that needed to be worked on it, but it would have the coolant, right? Mm-hmm. It would always say that it would be really cold, and that would be normal, but then randomly it wouldn't rise, it would just be hot, and that's where you need to pull over and let the car sit for a bit.
So we were driving, and then I wasn't paying attention because the car was fine. It was It never had this kind of problem. So
it's getting darker.
Yeah, and we start driving, and we're okay, we're fine, we should be fine. And out of nowhere, I the car starts slowing down. I was like, what the heck's happening? I'm looking at the car, looking at my like station things and
There's
everything.
smoke coming out from the
Yeah, and I
hood.
was like, what the heck's going on? And then I see that the indicator to the coolant, if it's gonna be cold or hot, is way all the way hot. It's like past the hot. I was like, what the heck? So I had to pull over and to see what was going on under the hood. So we
Like,
lift
in
up the
the
hood, and then a
forest.
whole bunch of smoke just popped out of the car, and we're like, oh my god, what happened? And we think what
And
happened?
we weren't even close to like our campsite.
But we were already like halfway, like I would say half.
Like we started to enter into like where all the trails are and stuff, where you start like driving and picking.
We kind of thought, I was like, it would be kind of like useless, like pointless to head back, and be like that would be a waste of a trip. And like we almost died, or like what else we're champions, we can do whatever.
And we thought that if we get to our camping spot, that it would give the car time to cool down.
Yeah,
because we're gonna be staying there overnight and it's cold up there, so we're like, oh, we'll give it time to cool down, so it doesn't matter.
So then the car keeps cooling, and we sit there for about what, an hour?
I'd say like 20 minutes the first time.
Oh really? I don't know. I lost track of time. So we sit there for 20 minutes, and then we turn on the car, and it's fine. So we start driving and everything, and then again another 20 minutes pass, and it starts overheating. So we pull over again, and I forgot who said it, but someone said pour water in the coolant area,
yeah.
and it should help it a little bit. So
I don't even
imagine,
know if
well,
it's
we're
true.
we did.
Because
We
it's
just
smoking. It was smoking hot in there.
So we just listened to him. So we were just like, all right, whatever. So we poured down the water in the coolant area thing, and don't forget we're going camping too, so we can't waste all our water on our vehicle because we're gonna die of hydration. Not die of hydration. We're only going camping for a day, but we're not gonna waste all our water.
If an emergency happened,
Yeah.
we wanted to be okay.
So then we put it in, and it's fine. And then we start going uphill, and that wasn't probably the smartest idea for us to do.
Yeah.
So we start going up and up and up, and again our car overheats again. So we pull over one more last time and say, all right, if we can't make it in time, then we're just gonna have to pull over because this is too risky.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then we cool off again, and then we go. So then, luckily, we made it to our camping site. We're like, okay, maybe the car just needs to cool down, and it'd be fine tomorrow. So
We like found a camping site, but I'm not sure if it's like the camping site where you can like go and you just like take your stuff out and you camp there. It almost seemed like it should have been the kind that we like pay for, because it was like lots, but we never paid for anything. Because we literally just like parked our car, and then it's just like you walk like around almost like a tree, and it's like a little step, and then you can like lay down your camping stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever it was, we didn't get caught, so it was
Yeah.
okay.
We were only there for like a couple hours.
So we get there, we take everything out of the car, and we're like, all right, everything's
no
fine.
service.
We had
We had
no
service.
internet. We had, I think, phone calls because we called your parents when we locked the keys in there.
Yeah, but I had to like stand on top of a rock and
okay.
only be down on the second part.
Okay, so then we go. We get everything out of the car and everything. And again, we planned in this last minute, so we had no firewood or anything.
Oh yeah.
So we're like, it's about 9 o'clock, so it's pretty much
It's dark out.
In the woods. So woods, like it's not like where you're out in the lights and you're like, oh, it's dark, it's whatever. In the woods, it's
Dark.
There's nothing. You could
Mountains.
a mountain tiger. What is it? A mountain lion could be right in front of your face and you wouldn't tell because it was so dark. So me and my friend were just like, all right, we need firewood. This isn't camping if we don't light a fire.
The pioneered it.
So we go down the hill and find out just like, twigs and stuff and everything.
But it's hot because it's very damp there, so you can't get damp wood to burn.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to find like dry stuff. So they're like pulling like sticks and logs from the ground so we could start burning it because it's so cold too.
So then luckily we find everything. We come up and I think we had a couple sticks, and then out of nowhere we hear Ilana say, Jesus, babe.
Oh my god,
babe,
yeah.
babe.
Okay, because during this time that he's like getting all the wood and all of that set up, me and my friend, we were getting like our camping stuff that we brought like out. So I was like, oh, you get the wood, we'll set up the tent, because it was my tent and I knew how to set it up. And so we're setting it up, and our stuff is in like the back seat and then in the trunk. And so we're pulling stuff from the back seat, and so I like set my keys in the car in the back seat so I could like grab the tent. But also like my car being very old, like the back where the trunk is, it would open like this, but it wouldn't stay up. So it would like start to slam down. And so like I was getting the stuff out, and I thought my friend was gonna hold it up for me. And so I was pulling everything out, and it just shut and locked with the keys in there, and the whole entire car is locked. And so I start calling for Jesus and everyone else, like, to come and help us. He didn't believe me that it happened.
Yeah.
And they're literally sitting, like, right in the trunk. And I'm like, they're right there. Like, I see them.
And I thought she was messing. I was like, come on, no, seriously, come on. Please don't tell me you locked the keys in the car. Our only keys. We don't have no spares or anything.
And we were only dating for, like, what, like 4 months at this time?
A couple months. I was like, oh my God.
I was like, he's going to break up with me.
And I was like, all right, we're going to figure something out. So Lana calls her parents and say,
what do I do?
yeah, we don't have any keys. What do we do? Her parents are saying, oh, you guys can
And it's
wait.
like a 2-hour drive out, too. And it's late at night.
So her parents say, oh, you can wait till tomorrow morning where we can get like what is it? The
AAA
out there
to,
and
like,
help
pop
you
up
out.
The lock.
But
we still have our stuff in there.
we
like
weren't,
half the tent and everything is in there.
We weren't finished unpacking.
Yeah, so we literally would have just sat like outside in the wilderness, like with no blankets, nothing. Like half of our tent was in and half of our tent was in the car.
So we didn't know what to do. I started thinking, I'm like, well, okay, what can we do? I'm not gonna break a window.
We're gonna pull the door open.
And I was like, okay, maybe we can jimmy the door open a little bit to see if we can go. So me and my friend start pulling this door back.
On the driver door, they're pulling like, cause the PT Cruiser like door, it goes like up, so they're pulling the corner like open, so my friend can like unhitch it from the inside.
So yeah, so we
funny.
pulled it enough where we could do it, and my friend with the skinniest arms could reach down and pick up the lock.
He had to lay on top of the car to do that too.
I think so, right?
Yeah, he literally, because he couldn't do it like up because the car's tall, so he had to lay on top of the car and put his hand all the way down. We're using like our shorts like for PJs, like we're shoving that in the door to like open it more because our hands are hurting.
Because they put it there to jam it, to give our fingers a rest, because it was killing our fingers to open that door. Like it was super hard.
We're basically bending metal.
Yeah, so what we're doing is keep pulling and and luckily my friend was able to reach down and pull the lever. And everyone, the funny part to me is that everyone out here said, yes, we got it. So we let go. And I was like, squish his arm. He starts yelling, my arm. And we're like, oh my God, I'm sorry. And then we start pulling it back, and he pulls it out. And then we get everything out. Luckily, we got the keys. But the downside was that we bent the car door so much that it left an opening gap.
Yeah, so when I'd be driving on the freeway, it sounded like cars would be like right next to me, but they'd be like so far back. Or I totally forgot about it, and I'd be in the car wash. And I'm like, why am I getting wet? Like, are the windows down? Like, and it would be because it's going through like that little gap.
Yeah, so that was kind of downside, but it was fine. We got the keys, and we started setting up a camp again. It was not.
Oh my God. That car.
Frustrating.
I'm so happy I got a new car.
So we got everything situated. We slept. Nothing happened really at night after that. We ate.
Chipotle and out.
We went to sleep when we woke up, and we decided, you know what, let's just try to do a little morning campfire, and then.
Because that was our plan. We were gonna camp there overnight and then hike in the morning to go home.
But because the car situation was so bad about the door, and then the cooling and everything was so bad, we didn't go. So we were just like, well, all right, whatever. So we did a morning campfire just to,
warm up.
Yeah, warm up,
cook breakfast. The lock we had.
And so what we did, we got back in the car and we started driving. But I didn't want it to overheat anymore, so I was like, okay, most of this trip is going to be downhill from here.
Yeah.
So what I did is whenever we started going down a steep hill, I put the car in neutral so I wouldn't put so much pressure on the car. And
we almost hit a deer too.
Oh yeah, on that trip we almost hit a deer. I forgot about that. But luckily my fast reflexes always. That's why I always drive. And I stopped and everyone was jerked up. My friend hit his head and he was like, "What the?" He's like, "What the f?" He was like, "Why'd you guys do that for?" And it's like, "There was a deer." And he was like, "Where?" And
paper towels with the cow.
But that was like earlier. That was yesterday. Now we're in today.
Yeah.
So we start driving down, and I'm driving neutral, and everything's fine. It's actually working out. So if your car starts to overheat and you're on a hill, I guess put it in neutral and just ride it out.
I mean, I wouldn't count on it or depend on it.
Yeah.
But if it's your last resort, like us, it's all we could have done to get home.
So what I did, I just kept the car neutral, and it just did it. And I just kept my foot on the brake, made sure we didn't speed down the hill and going 80, 100 miles per hour. and everything was fine until we hit the highway. The highway is when we got the trouble.
Because we were
Because
scared that
we
the
actually
car was
had to
gonna
drive.
stop.
So luckily we were making it, and we found the closest
Like auto shop.
auto shop and asked what was wrong, and they were.
And it would have been a bunch of money,
Yeah.
and they didn't know, and they're like, oh, it's just because we thought it was just the liquid we needed, but it was something entirely wrong with the whole car. That like, because my AC wasn't working, nothing was working to cool the car down. So, I knew
Yeah,
a bunch
we
of
just
new
ended
stuff.
up staying at we stopped by a Dunkin' Donuts, ate, we got the car towed, and then luckily we got home and everything got fixed. It was,
But the towing took hours.
Oh, yeah.
We were there for hours. Where our friends had their friends come and pick them up all the way from across town, because it was so long that we were
because
waiting there.
it was like, oh, well, a couple hours, and it ended up being like 5 hours. We were waiting there at Dunkin'
Yeah.
Donuts playing Uno, and our friends were like, we're just gonna call someone if you guys.
Want to come with
well,
us?
we told them, we were like,
We
you guys can
couldn't
call
go.
friends if
Yeah.
you guys want. I'm not. We can't. We had to kind of stay here.
Because
And
we
they're
were
like-
gonna ride with the tow guy.
Yeah, and they're like, okay, yeah, that's fine. Because I felt it was unfair for them to stay. It was
Yeah.
in their car. It was like their not situation.
And it wasn't the plan.
So we did that, and then luckily we got the car towed. Everything was fine, and we made it home safe. But yeah, that was our
fun.
camping fail.
It was fun though.
It was our camping
It was
story.
a story.
It's an adventure. We call them adventures, and luckily
Sounds
nothing
fair.
happened. Usually our tire always blows out with this one.
Yeah.
And
No,
that's
you always
another
get-
story for another time. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this tea time, and I hope you guys enjoyed the montage and our little vlog-ish kind of thing. And yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one, and keep on drinking.
What? Ew, I hate that. Turn it off.
I see you guys.